Picture, picture, picture. Picture po, picture. Huwag na muna po bumaba, picture.
Ikaw, Miss Alora, kamusta naman po ang with Kaplapa with Boy?
Ay, laklakan talaga.
Ano po yung favorite line nyo sa buong pelikula?
Yung favorite line ko yung kay ano din, kay Mother Perla. Yung lahat tayong mga panatiko. Mabilis tayong magpatawad, mabilis tayong makalimot. So, yun. And very much true sa nangyayari ngayon sa society. It gives chills in a way. Parang pinukaw ako bigla.
Thank you po. Alright, palakpakan po natin. Natin po po. May mga tanong po ba kayo? Go. Sir. Hi, hello. Hello. First, congratulations for the film. I really enjoyed it actually. It's really nice. I just want to ask on the sequence, yung before the final ending, yung Koha at si sorry, I forgot the name. Si Ian's character, Max. When you guys made that sequence specifically because of course Koha is a queer character, and that movie, she struggles very much homophobic positioning, both on socioeconomic and everything basically at this point. How did you attack two different economic backgrounds, being one mamayaman ng that's like parang privilege but doesn't get the father's attention right there, while you see Max, for example, who doesn't have that same position? How did you guys made that feeling as for both of you to attack that sequence specifically? Sorry, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Sorry, I'm speaking too loud.
Joke lang. Ako talaga. Okay lang Tagalog. Did you understand? Tagalog? Hindi, okay. Aba, sabi mo kong bobo. Likot mo lang yun medyo... Ikaw nga, nagets mo? Nagets mo? Now, when I first accepted this script, one thing that moves me is the fact that the character of Coca Guraya is so very personal, because I think what she's going through is the most common thing that every part of the community is going through as well. Like we are being disowned by our own parents, and sometimes we look for our validation somewhere else just because our parents doesn't want us. So when I studied the script, I just focus on the feeling of every other LGBTQIA plus people and kids out there who's having that struggle, and having a brother who wanted to meet a homophobic father. So when I attack the role, I created that scenario in my head that as much as I want my father, my parents will never validate me. I will only validate myself, and I will love my baby brother and let him know that he doesn't need to meet our father just to feel valued or worthy. Wow. Epekto ng concept.
Alright, may tanong dito si Miss Rhea.
Hello po, good evening po. Ano pa?
Sorry.
Ikaw, hindi mo pinagsaglihan
Kami na lang ako
ang
po. Pasensya.
Sa akin, when doing that sequence, hindi ka sa akin. Ayun na.
Pag magka-Canada ka.
Practice na yun, no? Hindi, nung nasa sequence na yun, wala eh, pinatong ko lang din yung character ni Ate Ina sa akin na ako na si Max na naghahanap ng isang gabay ng isang ama na ang buong akala ko eh ako lang. Then suddenly nalaman ko na marami kami naghahanap at mas may malalim pa na ibang anak na mas malalim pa pinagdadaan ko para sa akin, like si Coca na part ng community. Isang sorry. na part ng community na which is yun yung reason niya kung bakit hindi siya matanggap ni Boy ka na. And then ayun, parang tinatong ko lang na bakit masyado kong iniikot yung isip ko sa sarili ko lang, na hindi ko buksan yung isip ko sa ibang tao na mas mahigit pa yung pangangailangan sa akin. Yeah. Thank you, David.
Alright, next question.
No, cloud chaser lang po talaga ako. Kung ano pong gusto naman. Thank you po.
Hello po, good evening po. And first of all, congratulations po on your film. Actually, it's my first time watching it tonight. So actually, last screening pa pala. So, I mean for the regular screening. Ayan. So, actually, my favorite scene there is the scene of JM and Rochelle, yung may mother and son na nakakaiyak na scene. So actually, na-discuss nyo na halos lahat kasi. So my question is for JM. If you have a chance, I mean, to change the story, in reality, kasi this is a movie, so of course we will have the best ending and then the best story for the moral lesson, parang mga ganun, diba? So if you have, if this is a reality, what would you have chose? Parang it's like the mother would have tell the child earlier na father niya si Boy ka na, or dun sa medyo huli na, or parang what would you chose? Parang love, or the love for the child, or yung pera nga na ni Boy ka na, because diba yun yung pinagpilian, if you would run away or you would stay, and then yung mother hindi na ma-recognize. So parang in reality, how would you choose? And if you have the choice, what ending would you want it? And what, thank you po.
Ako siguro, feel ko tama rin yung ginawa ng nanay ni Max. Kasi bilang anak, iba yung tama. Bilang anak, iba yung kapag ikaw mismo yung nakaalam ng katotohanan. Iba yung ikaw mismo yung nakarealize kung ano yung totoo, kung ano nga ba yung dapat mong paniwalaan. Kumpara sa option na sasabihin agad ni Miss Rochelle sa unang part. So I think ako sa opinion ko lang and sa POV ko bilang anak, kung pagbabasahin ko na rin yung personal na buhay ko, which is yun din naman yung na-experience ko eh. So much better na si Max mismo o ako mismo yung nakaalam ng katotohanan. And ending, oo naman, siyempre. Yun, gusto namin. Ano pa ulit yun sa ending? Pumunta ko po yun. Pumunta ko yung ending.
Kung ikaw may choice ng ending, anong pipiliin mo? Kasi di ba pinapili siya? So, the ending is with the mother. Pero pag ikaw, anong pipiliin mo? Thank you po.
siguro, siyempre andun kay Max, hindi ko tatahakin yung path na tinahak ni Boy ka na. Oo, kasi sakit na ng artista yan. Diba, tunay naman eh. Ayoko ma-feel as Max, ayoko daanan yung ganong path. At ayoko rin ma-experience yung ganong feelings na once alam mo yun, nasa iyo na yung kapangyarihan eh. And then pag dumating ka sa punto na kilala ka na, gano'n, eh, anak ka na lang ng anak, and once ma-feel mo na nagawa mo na lahat sa industriya, lilipat ka naman sa politika. So, ayoko na gano'n. So, okay sa akin, okay ako dun sa ginawa ni Max. So, ayoko baguhin din ang ending. Thank you for. Eh, kung ako magiging director, siguro kung sa sequel, kwento naman ni Coca Royales.
Alright, thank you. Last question naman.
Thank you po.
No, we can do this.
Okay. Bisa mo ba?
Hello. Ako si Ryan, isang content creator and I made this spot to live in movies. And excited ako pag-usapan itong film na to kasi feel ko kailangan siya among the films na napaka-seryoso and of course we need those films pero we also need films like this that make us laugh and make us think at the same time. So we need this. Question ko for the writer and the director tungkol sa female kid number 82 kasi feeling ko, I don't know, me as a viewer parang dami pang gusto malaman tungkol sa kanya. So I guess the question is, meron bang plan or meron sa script na hindi nyo nakinat nyo or parang andun lang ba siya makikita na walang kwentang na talaga si Boy ka na?
Yung design, isa siyang importanteng character sa script kasi. Siya kasi yung nag-isip na sarili nila. Tapos nagkatagpo sila ni Max sa isang apologist na tatay. And isa kasi ang representasyon ng biktima ng machismo at ang patriarchal. So,
Kung may nakat ba na part ng story niya kasi feeling ko marami pang di na-explore.
Meron mga konting naputol, kasi we have to focus the story sa realization ni Max kasi siya yung kailangan mamulat. Hindi sa kasasayin ng mulat na. But then again, meron siya sa sarili ng goals towards the story. But then again, hindi niya ito kwento. Ang kailangan mangyari sa character ay mahanap at ipunin yung mga katulad niya to ask for accountability sa mga katulad ng biktima. At kaya siya mismo na nalapit ay kailangan na may lumusa sa kanya kahit pa paano o kailangan din niya magulat na mapapalumusa sa kanya. Yun yung series. Thank you so much.
Kaya daw po ba super duper last question? Bato. Go. Sorry. Alright.
Mark, ayusin mo yan.
Last question.
Super fast question, pero gusto ko lang po i-appreciate yung buong ensemble ng performances ng child number 82. Palakpakan naman natin sila doon. Of course, JM, nakita namin yung naging journey mo, kaya super galing mo sa amin din pag-transition mo sa ghosting. And of course, hindi ko makakalimutan na pinag-usapan natin habang naghintay ng Grab sa Bangkok na kinukwento mo sa akin kung tatanggapin mo yung project. So, tama nga yung decision na nandito ka ngayon. Pero ang question ko lang po, baka bobo lang po ako, pero baka po may, bakit 82 yung child number?
Okay. Yung hindi ko kasi, it feels like it's a random number. Kasi yan ang pakiramdam nila. But then again, yung hindi kasi sa akin bilang yung writer, it kasi for you symbolizes to prosper, to make relationship or care. So parang it's about to prosper the relationship that Max child naman ito in Never Had Our Fun. Kasi yun yung buong kwento.
Okay, tapos na. Palakpakan.
Guys, gusto ko lang din, bago tayo mag-uwian, gusto ko lang din po magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga nanonood at humabol ng last full show per day. Meron pa po tayo hanggang Sunday. So please, kung nagustuhan niyo po, please spread the good news of the Lord sa social media, sa Letterboxd at sa Twitter. Kung hindi niyo po nagustuhan, bahala na po si Nardong Alopian sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much.
And, nasa po mga ka-eme? Thank you po sa pagpuntahan dahil po sa inyo second highest grossing kami. Maraming salamat. Masaya yung producer namin. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nanonood at patuloy na rin na sumusuporta, especially sa mga taga-suporta po, sa mga kaibigan ko. Maraming salamat. Love you.
Best actor!
Pagdasal niyo po na sana po award bukas. Pagdasal natin manalo tayo ng award tomorrow.
Best choice! Best cinematography
Best
lahat
sound.
na. Hakot Award.
Okay, okay na. Okay ba kayo? Alright, thank you!
Thank you guys.
Nila yun.
Bye!
Salamat po.
Ay, yung ano.
April!